Let's turn Descendants characters into their opposites. Here is how it works. Let's use Minnie Mouse as an example. We will take each character and list out their 3 main attributes, followed by their key clothes color and hair color. So if their attributes are kind, pretty, and loyal, then the opposites would be mean, ugly, and disloyal. And if their key color was pink and their hair color black, the opposite clothes color would be light green and the hair color white. We will place the character into my On Robot Craig, along with the opposite attribute and color list. Then Craig will print out this new opposite version of the character. Then Craig will bring each character to life so we can see how the opposite version of themselves would impact their storyline. And just like Descendants has a poster, we'll be making a poster with all the opposite characters, which will be revealed at the end of the video along with the surprise. Let's start with the mean girl herself, Mal. Okay, Craig, what are Mal's 3 main attributes and clothes and hair color? So according to Craig, her first attribute is rebellious. Mal often changes the rules of Auradon and pushes back against expectations to follow her own instincts. Her second is resourceful. She thinks quickly and creatively, especially when using magic or planning under pressure. Her third is loyal. She remains devoted to her friends even when tempted by the power or pressure from her villainous roots. Her key color is pink and her hair color is pink. Okay, Craig, let's find the opposite of these attributes and colors. So according to Craig, the opposite of rebellious is obedient. The opposite of resourceful is clumsy, and the opposite of loyal is detached. And her opposite color is green, and her opposite hair color is green. Okay, Craig, can you make Mal, but make her obedient, clumsy, and detached, and green? Okay, so honestly, I think Mal looks really good in green. I can't imagine her in pink anymore. She does look kind of clumsy, kind of like, I don't know if she looks obedient necessarily. Detached, maybe. I could see this girl running into her room and blasting some rock music and telling everyone she doesn't want to see them anymore. Well, let's see how this opposite version of Mal would impact the storyline of Descendants. Obedient. Mal would have blindly followed Auradon's rules, never questioning its flaws or fighting for VK's rights. Clumsy. Her inability to control magic would lead to accidental chaos, reducing her influence as a leader. Detached. She wouldn't have bonded with her friends or been, missing the emotional growth that defines her journey. Okay, so this is honestly pretty good. She's all green. She does look kind of clumsy. I don't know if obedient, but detached maybe. So I'm gonna give this one a 5 because it's right in the middle there for me. Good job, Craig. Now let's add Mal to the poster. Next is Evie. Who names their child Evie? If your name is Evie, I love you. It's just, in this situation, it's kind of weird. Okay, Craig, what are Evie's 3 main attributes and clothes and hair color? According to Craig, her first attribute is stylish. Evie expresses herself through fashion and design with a natural sense for beauty. Her second attribute is intelligent. Behind her glam exterior, she's a sharp strategist and problem solver. Her third attribute is supportive. Evie constantly uplifts her friends and helps them become their best selves. Her key color is purple and her hair color is purple. Okay, Craig, let's find the opposites of these attributes and colors. So according to Craig, the opposite of stylish is frumpy. The opposite of intelligent is naive, and the opposite of supportive is critical. Her opposite color is yellow, and her opposite hair color is yellow. Okay, Craig, can you make Evie, but can you make her frumpy, naive, critical, and yellow? It looks pretty good. I don't know how I feel about the hair, but it's not bad. She doesn't look that frumpy. Naive, maybe. Critical, maybe. But not that frumpy. She honestly looks really happy. Now let's see how this version of Evie would impact the storyline of Descendants. Frumpy. Evie would have struggled with confidence and likely wouldn't have created her fashion business. Naive. She might have been easily manipulated by villains or royalty, making her vulnerable in Auradon. Critical. Her friendships would have suffered from constant judgment and negativity, causing isolation. Honestly, I think it's pretty good. I think that she does look naive, kind of critical. She has that yellow look about her, if you can't tell. And I honestly think that this is pretty good, so I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Good job, Craig. That was pretty accurate. Now let's add the opposite version of Evie to the poster. One more character closer to the surprise. Next up is Carlos. Okay, Craig, what are Carlos's 3 main attributes and clothes and hair color? So according to Craig, his first attribute is clever. He's a tech-savvy thinker who often solves problems with gadgets and creativity. His second attribute is anxious. Despite his nerves, he steps up when it matters most. His third attribute is kind-hearted. Carlos shows compassion even after a harsh childhood. His key color is red and his hair color is white. Okay, Craig, let's find the opposite of these attributes and colors. So according to Craig, the opposite of clever is dense. The opposite of anxious is overconfident. And the opposite of kind-hearted is cruel. And the opposite color is green. And the opposite hair color is black. Okay, Craig, can you make Carlos, but can you make him dense, overconfident, and cruel, and green? Honestly, I think it's pretty good. It's mostly white. His hair is black now. He has green boots on and green accent features, if you know what I mean. He does kind of look overconfident. I don't know if he's cruel. He doesn't look very cruel looking. Anxious, maybe. Honestly, I feel like in the inside he could be anxious. Now let's see how this version of Carlos would impact the storyline of Descendants. Dense. Carlos wouldn't have built useful tools like Dude's Translator, weakening the group's tech advantage. Overconfident. His recklessness could have endangered missions and relationships. Cruel. He would have inherited Cruella's harshness, treating friends as inferiors rather than equals. Honestly, I can see all of that in this picture. I could see how that could work out, and honestly, I think I'm gonna rate this an 8 out of 10. It's a pretty accurate opposite, so good job, Craig. Now let's add opposite Carlos to the poster. Next up, we have Jay. Okay, Craig, what are Jay's 3 main attributes and clothes and hair color? So according to Craig, his first attribute is athletic. Jay thrives in sports and physical challenges, often using strength to help his team. His second attribute is competitive. He pushes himself to win, yet learns teamwork through the Auradon experience. His third attribute is protective, especially of his friends. Jay acts as a quiet but strong guardian figure. His key color is brown and his hair color is brown. Okay, Craig, let's find the opposite of these attributes and colors. So according to Craig, the opposite of athletic is lazy. The opposite of competitive is indifferent, and the opposite of protective is fearful. The opposite color is navy blue, and the opposite hair color is navy blue. Okay, Craig, can you make Jay, but can you make him lazy, indifferent, fearful, and navy blue? Okay, so this is Jay as the opposite version, and honestly, I don't know how I see it. He still looks strong, pretty strong. He is wearing blue, navy blue, and honestly, I guess he kind of looks indifferent and fearful, but not really lazy. I don't really see a lazy aspect to him. I guess he could be in deep down, but I don't really know. Now let's see how this opposite version of Jay would impact the storyline of Descendants. Lazy. Jay would have avoided sports and missed personal growth through teamwork. Indifferent. He wouldn't have cared about helping others, staying emotionally disconnected. Fearful. Fear would have kept him passive, avoiding risk and never defending his friends when it counted. Honestly, I think this one's not as good as the other ones. I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 10 because I don't see all of the attributes in there. But it is blue, so I guess Craig got that one right. Now let's add the opposite version of Jay to the poster. Next is Ben. Okay, Craig, what are Ben's 3 main attributes and clothes and hair color? So according to Craig, his first attribute is noble. Ben leads with a sense of justice and compassion, trying to unite kingdoms peacefully. His second attribute is trusting. He gives people the benefit of the doubt, especially VKs, even when it's risky. His third is charismatic. His charm and idealism make him a beloved leader in Auradon. His key color is blue, and his hair color is brown. Okay, Craig, let's find the opposite of these attributes and colors. So according to Craig, the opposite of noble is ruthless. The opposite of trusting is suspicious, and the opposite of charismatic is awkward. The opposite color is orange, and the opposite hair color is blue. Okay, Craig, can you make Ben, but can you make him ruthless, suspicious, awkward, and orange? Okay, so this has been as the opposite, and honestly, I think it's pretty good. He definitely looks awkward, kind of suspicious, not gonna lie. And the brownish orange, it's not really working for him. I don't know if I like it. Let's see how this opposite version of Ben would impact the storyline of Descendants. Ruthless. Ben would have enforced harsh laws on the Isle, deepening the divide between VKs and Auradon. Suspicious. He never would have trusted Mal or allowed VKs to enroll, killing the whole redemption arc. Awkward. His inability to contact with others might have cost him both the crown and friendships. Even though I think his style is pretty bad, I think it illustrates his opposite version really well. So I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Now let's add the opposite version of Ben to the poster. Next is Fairy Godmother. Okay, Craig, what are Fairy Godmother's 3 main attributes and clothes color and hair color? So according to Craig, her first attribute is wise. She acts as a mother figure and understands the deeper meaning of change and redemption. Her second attribute is gracious. Even when doubtful, she shows patience and care toward the VKs. Her third attribute is proper. She upholds tradition and etiquette while adjusting to Auradon's evolving rules. Her key color is blue, and her hair color is brown. Okay, Craig, let's find the opposite of these attributes and colors. So according to Craig, the opposite of wise is foolish, the opposite of gracious is harsh, and the opposite of proper is undignified. And the opposite color is orange, and the opposite hair color is blue. Okay, Craig, can you make the Fairy Godmother, but can you make her foolish, harsh, undignified, and orange? And her hair blue. Okay, so honestly, this is pretty interesting. Her outfit, it's not really orange, it's more like gold. Her hair is blue though. She kind of looks like she would be like secretly harsh, kind of like evil, undignified. Not really, she looks really dignified in that gold suit kind of thing. Foolish, maybe. Not orange though. Her hair is blue, but her suit is not orange. Now let's see how this version of Fairy Godmother would impact the storyline of Descendants. Foolish. She might have misused magic or made dangerous choices in the name of tradition. Harsh. Rather than mentoring, she would have blocked VKs from entering Auradon, opposing Ben's vision. Undignified. Her lack of composure would have made her unfit to lead, diminishing her influence. It's okay, I don't really see the attributes and the color not really working for me, so I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. Sorry, Craig, it's just not that great. Now let's add the opposite Fairy Godmother to the poster. Next up is Maleficent. Okay, Craig, what are Maleficent's 3 main attributes, clothes color, and hair color? So according to Craig, her first attribute is commanding. She exudes power and expects obedience from everyone around her. Her second attribute is ambitious. Maleficent relentlessly pursues control, aiming to rule both the Isle and Auradon. Her third is manipulative. She uses others like pawns to achieve her dark goals. Her key color is light purple, and her hair color is none, since we don't really see her hair. Okay, Craig, let's find the opposite of these attributes and colors. So according to Craig, the opposite of commanding is submissive, the opposite of ambitious is content, and the opposite of manipulative is honest. And the opposite color is natural green. Okay, Craig, can you make Maleficent, but can you make her submissive, content, honest, and neutral green? This is pretty good. I think the green looks really good on her, and submissive, content, honest, it doesn't look that different. She still kind of looks like a bad guy, but I think that's just like the horns and the staff. She could be a good guy, and I'm all here for it. Now let's see how this opposite version of Maleficent would impact the storyline of Descendants. Submissive. Maleficent would have faded into the background, never posing as a threat to Auradon. Content. She wouldn't have plotted or schemed, removing the central villain conflict of the story. Honest. Her lack of manipulation would prevent her from tricking or influencing others, making her powerless. Honestly, I think it's pretty good. I don't see all of the attributes in there, but I definitely see the green, and I think it looks really good on her. So I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Now let's add the opposite version of Maleficent to the poster. Alright guys, the poster is complete. And now for a surprise, the trailer of all these characters in the world of Descendants, as their opposites.
What if everything you thought you knew was flipped upside down? Meet Mal, no longer rebellious, but obedient, clumsy, and detached, blindly following rules while magic slips through her fingers. Evie, once the fashion queen, now frumpy, naive, and critical, tearing down friendships one harsh word at a time. Carlos, clever no more, dense, cruel, and dangerously overconfident, leading chaos with every step. Jay, the fearless athlete? Not anymore. Lazy, indifferent, and fearful, hiding when his friends need him most. Even then, the noble king has changed. Suspicious, awkward, ruthless. He's locked the isle and thrown away the key. And fairy godmother, foolish, harsh, and undignified, her wand now a weapon of chaos, not guidance. But the biggest twist, Maleficent has no plan. She's submissive, content, and honest. This is Descendants as their opposites.
If you want a part 2 of more Descendants characters, comment down below. And don't forget to be a blessing.